In this video we discuss, why won't Nintendo drop the prices? So recently online there's been lots of discussion about the Nintendo Switch 2 and mainly the price of the system and also the games. I believe the thing people are talking about the most is the price of Mario Kart World, which is being priced at $80, that's £75 in the UK. Now the prices are very high from what we've just expected with the regular Switch. The regular Switch was $279.99. It was very cheap. It was $300. It was pretty cheap. It was pretty affordable considering you're getting a hybrid console and the games were industry standard price. Games have, at least in the UK, they've always been $49.99, £50. In the US for a very long time they've been $60. So for Nintendo to, announce a new generation and for them to up the price to $74 or $80 is a massive jump. Recently with the last generation, the PS5, the Xbox Series, we've slowly seen games go up to $60, but that's only within the last couple of years. In the UK at least they've still been $50, so for Nintendo to announce this big jump to $75, yeah, it was kind of like, wow, what is this? It seemed very expensive, and it still does. I'm a massive Nintendo fan. I run this YouTube account. I like Nintendo games, I like first party games, so for me, I see a lot of value in first party games, so I'd be willing to pay more. But for the average consumer, I can see why Nintendo, charging £75 for one game can seem a lot of money. But in this video, we're going to be talking about the price, and why won't Nintendo lower the price? There's lots of backlash, there's been lots of people talking about it online. It seems to be a big problem. If you go into Nintendo live streams, you can see they drop the price all over the comment section, all over the live chat, because people are angry. People are angry at these sudden price increases. I mean, we've gone from $49.99 games, at least over here in the UK, to now $74.99, which is a huge jump. That's nearly, what, a $24.99 jump? But why won't Nintendo respond to the backlash? Why won't they say, yes, we were wrong? Why won't they lower the price like people want them to? And the reason they won't is kind of simple, because they unfortunately don't have to. These games are still going to sell. Mario Kart World will still sell at $74.99. The Switch 2 will still sell for what they're charging for it around the world. I know there's different prices. In the UK it's $395 just for the Switch, so $400. In the US I believe it's $450 or $500 with Mario Kart. Either way, even at this increase in price, the Switch 2 is still sold out. Nintendo is still making lots of money. Now, in terms of how the public receives this and how people react to the new prices, yes, people aren't very happy with Nintendo at the minute. Their image has really been damaged by increasing these prices. But Nintendo is a business and their products are sold out. They have done what they've set out to do. They've set out to make money and they've made a lot of it by increasing these prices because people have gone out and pre-ordered the Switch 2. It's sold out in most places. You can't buy one. So yes, that's why Nintendo won't lower the price, because there's still enough people out there buying the product. Now, personally, what do I think to the prices? I think the prices are high. There is no denying these prices are high. I make Nintendo content, I get lots of value out of Nintendo content. I like Nintendo products, so for me, paying £400 for a console that I'm going to use pretty much every day for the next 8 years is, yeah, that's a decent price for me. I can see value in that. But I understand that, I'm not everyone. There is people out there that just want to have a new Switch for the new Mario Kart or for the new Animal Crossing. More casual fans that aren't die-hard Nintendo fans. I understand that's a large part of Nintendo's audience, and for that audience to just drop $400 on a brand new console to play Mario Kart and maybe Pokemon once a year or Animal Crossing when that eventually comes out, I can see that being a lot of money for someone, and yeah, I wouldn't want to spend $400 on something that I'm going to use a couple times a year. So yeah, I feel like Nintendo has really messed up in terms of the more casual audience here. That same audience that they relied on for all of the Wii generation. But actually answering the question in this video, why won't Nintendo lower the prices? Because, well, one, they don't need to, and two, they never really have. The Switch 1 has been out since 2017 and it's pretty much stayed at the same price. There's been occasional deals near the holidays where they add in a free game, but the price of the Switch has pretty much stayed at $279.99, at least here in the UK. If we go onto the Nintendo eShop right now, a launch game, Breath of the Wild, will still be $49.99. Mario Odyssey will still be $49.99. These games don't even drop in price. Nintendo don't even drop the price of their games. Now, you can argue and say, yes, that keeps their value, that keeps Nintendo games expensive, you can trade in those Nintendo games and still make some money back. But yeah, Nintendo as a company like to hold the value of their games, and yeah, it can be seen as quite greedy. Lots of other publishers, lots of other developers, they like to drop the price of their games over time to make them cheap. Ubisoft is a great example of this. Ubisoft published the Mario and Rabbids games, and these games have regularly gone on sale, and they are a lot cheaper than the regular sort of $49.99 Mario game. I feel like Nintendo has got a lot of backlash from the prices here, mainly just with Mario Kart World. Mario Kart World being a $80 game is absolutely insane. No one else in the industry is really doing that for $80. I feel like Mario Kart World needs to be a one-time thing. An experiment that got lots of backlash, and going forward all Nintendo games need to be either $60 or $70, that being around £60. I feel like that's okay. I feel like people can understand like inflation and prices going up, but when you price a game that is higher than pretty much anyone else in the industry, in the UK Mario Kart 8 Deluxe retailed for $49.99 and this new one is $74.99, that's 25 extra pounds out of nowhere. That is a huge increase. I think that people would be okay with maybe increasing by 10 to maybe 60. I think people would be okay with that. A 10 increase, £10, €10, $10 increase, that makes sense. Other people are charging £60, $70 in the industry, that makes sense. But I feel like this extra jump Nintendo is making is just insane and people have had enough. I feel like people have finally reached a point where people are upset with Nintendo for still not lowering prices. When games from 2017 are still $49.99 on the eShop, I feel like people have finally had enough. And Nintendo should lower the prices, but they won't because their games still sell regardless. And that's the point of this video. Their games still sell. Mario Odyssey is still being selling. Pokemon games are still full price on the eShop. People are still buying these games, even though they're years old, for full price. So why would Nintendo lower the prices? They should lower the prices to make everyone happy, to, you know, increase their like public reception. But when people are still buying the games at full price, at these expensive prices, then yeah, they're not going to lower their prices. And I suppose it's kind of people like me that are the problem. You know, I complain about the prices. I've said, yes, they're very expensive. I still feel like I'm getting my money's worth and I feel like the price is okay. So I have bought the Switch 2, I have bought Mario Kart World, but I suppose I am part of the problem. If you are a Nintendo fan and you feel like Nintendo is charging way too much for Mario Kart, way too much for the Switch 2, then that is completely understandable. If you don't see value in what they're charging, the extra money that they're wanting for these games, then yeah, I completely get it and I completely understand if you don't want to buy the Switch 2. I feel like Nintendo has really hurt some people with the Switch 2. I feel like some people are very, very angry, and rightly so, at these prices. Nintendo doesn't even do something like Nintendo Selects like they used to do. Nintendo Selects, if you don't know what they were like certain Nintendo games. They were like a greatest hits of Nintendo games for the Wii U and the 3DS, where they sold some older games on the 3DS and Wii U, and they sold them for like $19.99 or $14.99, and they were like, there was Zelda games on there was Mario games, and they were like budget friendly. Nintendo isn't like that anymore, and it's really, really sad to see. With all that being said, that is why Nintendo won't lower the prices, because they don't really need to, and they want to charge as much as they want. They have been very, very greedy this generation, and it's really sad to see. But let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Are you going to be buying a Switch 2? Are you going to slow down on the amount of games you buy because the price has increased? Let me know all your thoughts down in the comments below, everyone. Are Nintendo charging too much? Do you think they will drop the prices? Do you think they should drop the prices? Let me know all your thoughts down in the comments below, everyone, and I will see you in another video. Thanks for watching, everyone.